Hi, welcome. I'm Sue from createwithsue.com, and today we are going to be making a Christmas tree card. So a Christmas card with a tree on it. It's a mandala design that I've created, and you're able to get the free SVG on my website, createwithsue.com, and we'll go through using our ScanNCut to create the card. And I'll also put some assembly information in this video and some ideas on how to put some wording on it, like Merry Christmas on it. So join me for this video where we'll go through all the steps to create the card, and you're welcome to download it. I'll put some information for that in the description as well. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're in Canvas Workspace and bring in the design. So we'll go wherever you've saved it, you will have downloaded it from the resource library. Bring it in, going File and Import from your computer, or using this little SVG icon in the side menu. And just click on the file and bring the pieces in. You'll see it's a fairly simplistic design. It's just got the tree on the main card cut out, and then another piece and a backing piece. I did have a little bit more complicated at one point, but I've just gone with this design. So you'll see in the layers panel on the right here, you'll see that there's the tree, and they're just named shapes at the moment. You can name those shapes if you click on them, just by double clicking on the word shape, and you can put whatever name you want in there. And I've put tree and base of the tree, and that's the line. You can see on the screen the line is showing up, the dashed line. If you wish, you can change the dashed line to a draw line and score it. That is another option. You'll see the little cutting icon on the right. Just change that to draw, so it'll drop down. Pretty simple. Before you send it to the machine though, I would recommend you select both those pieces, the backing part of the card and also the line, and group them. Now you can go up to the layers panel and choose group there. You can go down here on the right to the bottom of the layers panel and choose group, or you can go Control G or Command G on a Mac and group them. Because once you get them over to your ScanNCut, and if you want to move them, it's really hard to get them back in alignment in there. Well, it's not really hard. You can do it, but it's harder. It's better just to group them, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to send all my pieces at once. You can hide some and just send what you need, but I'm going to do them all at once because once I'm at the machine and filming, it's much easier just to do it in one heap for me. But you do whatever you need. On this screen, you can see you've got a choice of the save as a USB if you want to take it over via USB, the Wi-Fi, which I've used, or connect your laptop. Okay, so we are in the ScanNCut screen, the main screen, and I'm going to select Wi-Fi because that's how I sent it over, and there's the design. I'm going to scan my mat. I've already put my cardstock on my mat, ready for this part of the filming. And just make sure if you're using cardstock, your mat's not too sticky and not too sticky or not sticky enough. It needs to be sticky enough. So I'm going to remove the pieces I don't want to cut. So I'm just hitting delete. I've gone into the edit panel and hitting delete. And I'm just going to cut this piece of the card first. So we'll go OK. And you can see it there. Now I have, and see I've just moved that. If you didn't have that grouped, it would have shifted out of alignment. You would have had to go and fix it up. Very annoying. You can use these arrows if you need to do a bit of placement for that, for the card, if you need it in a different spot. I just moved it away from the edge a little bit, and I'm going to cut. Now I've got a piece of card that I know is going to fit, so I didn't actually do the scan where the card was, and it will cut. And I'll just speed this bit up because this bit's quite boring to watch. I've used my black tip blade for this. It's a good blade. If you've got a CM model, you can still do this pattern, that's fine. Use a standard blue blade and adjust accordingly. But the black auto blade for the SDX model is good. Okay, just go OK for that and go back, and this is it cutting out. I can see the blue tape I've used. I've used a big piece of blue tape just to hold a little bit firmer at the end there. It wasn't, I've sped this up too. It wasn't quite firm enough there. So the bigger piece of blue tape, blue's easy to find if it does come off, and you can find it inside your machine. And it's also a bigger piece is easy to find. Blue's easy to find, much better. Don't use sticky tape because it's clear and it's very hard, let me tell you. Okay, lift your design off very carefully. You'll see it comes away fairly easily. And there it is. And we'll cut out the rest of it and start building this card. I like mandalas. You might have noticed that. I've got quite a few of them. All right, we'll just cut some more pieces of that. You know how to bring the pieces in. It's just the same. You can export them from your machine piece by piece. I've used glitter cardstock on this one. I'll do a green one as well. I like green, and the glitter look really good too. And just be careful. What I've done here is I've put the thicker cardstock on, and so I've actually not going to do that little striped shape yet. So just be mindful that it may need to be the same thickness card if you're doing multicolours. We'll just lift this off. This isn't the greatest card. It's not very dear either. But it does a good job. Just got to watch it. Sometimes sticks to my mat. Great way to get it off the mat is by flipping your mat over and just bending it a little bit, not folding it, just bending it so it sort of peels it away like that. As you can see me demonstrating. And there we go. And there it is, and that will be the top layer to go on your card. Okay, now I'm just going to cut a green one out now. We'll do a green one as well. And I've sped all this up because I had a big disaster with my filming, so I'm just doing it this way for this video. Okay. And there's the green. I hope you like this design. All right, here's all my pieces cut out. And I had a bit of trouble trying to decide what sort of backing I'd like. I'm going to use art glitter glue for this one. I often use Tombow, but art glitter for this one. And I've got a pair of tweezers. Hopefully I remember to use them because I'm terrible at it. And then I fiddle, and then then I think, oh, my tweezers, because it does make it much easier. And I'm going to have a little go with double-sided tape as well. Okay, there's all our pieces. So I've had a little play with this, and I didn't actually like it. So that, I thought, when I was picking it, I thought, oh, it's going to look really good, and then it didn't. So I'm just showing you what it looks like. So you can see I've got a few cut out at the back there to see which one I like best. But I just didn't like this, and it didn't look right with the green either. I thought stripe would be, but it was just too much with the mandala design. So I've decided that plain was better, and so we'll scrap that idea. Put that one over to the side for something else. What I did like, the green was an option as well. So you could choose whichever colour you wanted behind here. The green looked really nice with the silver tree. I thought that was quite nice. What do you think? Put your answers in the comments if you have a preference. You'll see what I've chosen in a minute. It's not this one. But this is a good option too. And put that aside. And we'll try the silver. I had a lot of silvers. I had a flat matte silver. I sort of thought that might look nice, but this shiny one was the one I ended up going with. And that is the one I've chosen. So you can see it looks really pretty with the shimmer happening. It probably doesn't show up as well as it does in real life. For that, in the camera, you know how it sometimes doesn't. And this one I'm going to do behind the green tree. So I've picked a two-tone green. I'll pop that there. And that's what that one's going to look like. Pretty much like that. So I think that's our two choices. If you've got some ideas on other choices, that'd be good. That's the light green. That would look well okay as well. But we'll put the silver because I really like the silver. It's blingy. All right, let's glue these together. Glue these pieces down. And flip it over so it's the right way, and I'm speeding this bit right up too. So I'll put the front on first, and I remembered my tweezers. It is heaps easier with the tweezers. I never remember to put them handy. Just position it so the mandala design cutouts line up. And any excess glue, these are dry. You know when you clean your mat with baby wipes? So they dry fairly quickly. And so I keep them handy to wipe up all the glue and bits that you need. So they're quite good for that because they're lint free, and they are quite good. So we will use a little bit of double-sided tape to put some of this on. And this was really boring when I was rewinding this to watch it again, so that's why we're doing it very fast. I'm sure you're all pretty good at gluing, probably better than I am because I often make a mess. And the tweezers are handy for lifting that as well. And just pop the backing on. The trouble with the double-sided tape is you don't get a second go. With glue, you get a little bit of time. Different glues have a little bit of time to just adjust it. But with that double-sided tape, it's really one shot and you're there because you can't lift it off very well at all. So that's the big disadvantage with that. And also I've had some brands, sometimes over time, they come apart, so the glue kind of wears out, I suppose is the word for it. So that's a bit disappointing too. So you've got to be a bit careful which one you buy. And that is the card. You can see the fold line. I've got a score line at the side there to fold it. The dashed line there. That's where, if you wanted to, you could change it to a draw line. And we'll do the green one. See what that turns out, and I'll speed it right up again for you. This time I'm just going to do glue all the way around. Just as easy. I hate making a messy glue, but never mind. So pop it together and pop that's going to go on there. So this one I put the backing on first. The backing on first and the tree on second. It doesn't matter which way. The other one I do it the other way around. Doesn't really matter which way you do it. Whichever way is the easiest for you. I remembered my tweezers again. I'm very impressed. Okay, and that's the green one. Now I am going to cut out some shapes and do an embellishment with some wording. And there's the handy dry wipes again, just to get mopping up a bit of that glue. Not too much spillage, that's good. This glue dries very clear too. And there they are, they're done. So I rather like the white backing on the inside, but the green's nice as well. It's pretty easy to fold. All right, but the silver one best. Okay, so this is, and I've sped all this up too. So I have a green pen. I've used a green pen, and it is, I put blue painter's tape around it so it fits in the universal pen holder. If you've got a 3D front print, it probably just fits properly, but it doesn't in the universal, that particular green pen. And cut out your shapes. I did cut out long ways and the normal way, but when I put it together, the long didn't look nice, so we didn't do that. So we did this one. And I'm also, this is a bit more, bit out of the box, a bit more perhaps is the word for it. And you'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Let's shift the camera a little bit so you can see. So I have put a Quickies glue pen in the pen holder. Also, once again, used a bit of blue painter's tape, and I'm going to glitter this. I hadn't quite worked out at this point that I didn't like the long ones, so I glittered them as well. But they didn't look nice on this one either, so I didn't want to do that one. And put a bit of baking paper underneath to catch the glue. To put it back, it's in a little tiny, I don't know if you saw the little tiny container it's in. It's like in a little tube. So what I did with the baking paper is rolled it into a funnel, and then it funneled the glue back into the container. Made it much easier to put away. Well, I don't know about you, but if there's glitter, it ends up, you see it for weeks and weeks, I'm sure. Using my handy little tweezers again. And oop. Okay, trying to find the camera there. The glitter actually turned out fairly good. You could foil it as well. This is a single line font, and I'll put the description and the name in the comments, not in the comments, in the description for you. It's a really nice one. This one is actually a really nice font. I use it a lot, and it is single line. And this is just the shapes that I used as a backing, so I cut them out as well, so that I had, instead of plain white on white, we've got a little border, an offset border. So all I did was create an offset around the original shape, and this will pop on there. Just like that. So I'm going to use double-sided tape for this. Makes it a little bit easier. Hunted high and low through my pens. You know, I had a silver pen that I wanted to use for the silver one, and for some reason it dried up, and I'm like, oh dear. And the green's not quite the green I would have chosen. But I also had an ultra-fine Sharpie, because ultra-fine Sharpies fit in the universal pen holder as well. And I had an ultra-fine Sharpie, but it was the wrong green as well. So I went, my goodness, never mind. I've used the glitter to back the silver for the silver one. I thought that would look quite nice. And that's what it's going to look like. Just like that. Now, I often place things where I want them and decide whether I like them or don't like them, or I'm going to do something different, and then glue them. So I have a look first, just in case I don't like it. And I just got my big scissors to cut the piece off. Sometimes this will rip. I don't usually rip it, I usually cut it. Don't mix your pieces up. And also another tip is make sure your tree, keep your tree pieces around the right way. So don't sort of But for example, the green, easy with the silver one, the glitter, because it's one side was glitter and one side wasn't. But for example, for the green tree, both sides look the same. So when you go to put it down, it may not align quite right if you've got it the wrong way around. So just make sure you do keep your right side as the right side. You know what I mean? The double-sided tape really makes a big difference for ease of putting this on. I like double-sided tape for this type of area. Pop it on. No, just should have put that up just a little smidgy more, but that's okay. It looks still nice. There's nearly an oops. There we go. That's one done. Now I have, the green one's nearly finished. I've actually made a tag to go with these as well. So watch out for the next video and you'll see the tag that matches the card. And you can create cards for it. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I've got more coming. So stay tuned. Remember to like and subscribe. See ya.